DHS Barbie Kristi Noem, Secretary Kristi Noem, might be leaving her role at the start of the year as Secretary of DHS. As I told you the other day, that's according to many sources I've been talking to the absolute truth. But she wouldn't necessarily be gone from DC because she's, considering more. The question is, who exactly might be replacing her? Remember I teased that the other day? Well, I told you, I promised that I would tell you, and it's none other than outgoing Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, according to our sources, who would be stepping in to fill that role as he continues to pad his resume for greater hopes of perhaps the presidency one day even, or, maybe some other political office. Now, what would that be like? Some would applaud that. However, what I have to tell you, considering I live in Virginia, in which he's governor now, he is himself an open borders, pro-immigration, pro-free trade, globalist Republican. So when it comes to DHS, we're leaping, I think Kristi Noem has been good in a lot of ways, but we would be going head first into legal immigration. And the question is this really MAGA? Well, surely President Trump remains steadfast in his commitment to and prioritizing the American worker, right? Or maybe not. Watch.
There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
I'll
give you an example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. Making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing. It's very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
Joining us now to discuss this further is the founder of U.S. Tech Workers, Mr. Kevin Lynn. Kevin, it's good to see you. I mean, I can't believe when he said that. I mean, there were several things in that interview altogether. But look, I don't know if you heard the last segment. We might all eventually be placed sooner than we thought with artificial intelligence. But in the meantime, it sounds like they're going to push forward with replacing a lot of Americans with H-1B visas. And we just got the news. The news just broke today that Verizon is going to replace 15,000 people with AI. I mean, at what point do we prioritize the American worker? Because, I mean, President Trump said we don't have the talent, but I don't believe that's the case. Do you, Kevin?
No, I certainly don't, Amber. Let me just say, real pleasure to be back on the show with you. The thing is this, they have been replacing Americans with the H-1B visa since it came into being with the Immigration Act of 1990. So this isn't an AI phenomena. In fact, we tried to use AI to actually build a program earlier this year, and it just failed. And only to find now, roughly most of the Fortune 500 companies are realizing that their attempts to use AI to make them more efficient, more productive, are actually leading to productivity gaps, where it's one company estimated it was costing about $50 per person in lost productivity. So, Emerald, it's not AI. What it is our corporations are addicted to cheap labor. And with the H-1B visa, they've had that opportunity since 1990. And it's legal to replace Americans